Hello computer-aided design engineers. In the last video, we learned how to enable graphics.h file in code blocks, and this is our circle program. And to build and run our circle program, we press F9. If you can see here, if you only want to build, then you can press Control plus F9. If you want to compile and build, then Control Shift F9, run, Control F10, and build and run only F9. So we are only going to press F9 here. So okay, so this is our circle, and by default it's in white. It's showing white by default, and as you can see, the circle, the screen that I have taken is 250 by 250 pixels and 200 radius. Okay, so this is 250 by 250 pixels. Actually I can extend it, but the pixel is up till here only. And I can also change these values. Let me change the values first. Okay, so let me make it 300 300 by 300, and the radius let's keep 250. Okay, the circle will be bigger this time, and this is our circle, and this is 300 by 300 pixels, and our circle is of radius 250, as you can see. And we have pressed F9 to run it. Now we are going to talk about the Bressenham's line algorithm as well in this video. First, in this video, control. Before that, let me tell you how did I enable this color screen, and what is this font. For if you want to change the font, you can go to settings and then click on editor. This window will pop up, and you can see here, this is the font. You can choose here the font, and I have chosen the Century School Book, a regular font, and the size 12. Okay, if you want to choose on any another font, you can choose it, and if you want to increase the size of your font, you can do this from here. Okay, and press OK. I don't want to change this, so I have pressed cancel. And yeah, syntax highlighting. If you want to change the color of the background, you can click on here and select the color. Or if you want to change, if you don't want to take any color from the palette, you can define your custom color, moving it around here, there, and up and down to make it dark and light. And you can choose your own custom color. Okay, this is my color which I have taken. This is the color which I have taken. Actually, it is not my color. Okay, now let's go to the Bressenham line algorithm. Back to the Bressenham line algorithm. So in Bressenham line algorithm, let's me tell you, show you first this. So this is our Bressenham line algorithm to dy minus dx initial p, and 2 dy minus 2 dx positive p, and 2 dy minus negative p. Okay, so actually this is the formula of the Bressenham. Yeah, there is a derivation for it, which let me show you first the derivation. So the derivation is quite long. I'm not going to explain the every bit of the derivation here, because that is not the objective of this video. But I'm telling you that this is the video. If you want to take a screenshot, this is the not the video. This is the derivation. If you want to take the screenshot, you can take the screenshot while I am scrolling it down. And so this is our final application of the Bressenham line. Now for that I have to explain you what is happening right here, what is actually happening right here. For that, let me show you uh, this. line octants. Okay, these are the line octants. You know, already know about the quadrants. This is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third and fourth quadrant. But these are the octants, and the octants is divided in 8 part, obviously. So this is first, second, third, fourth to 8 octants. And in some places you can also see that the first octant is taken here, and then second, third, fourth, fifth, it is rotating clockwise. But it is a convention. You can choose any convention, and on that standard you can work your code around. Okay, so actually, as we know that if you take a slope of our let's suppose a line. So if there is a line here at the angle 45 degree, then the slope of that line will be 1, because uh, actually slope is dy by dx. So this is dy and this is dx. If both are equal, then the dy by dx is equal to, which is equal to 1. So at 45 degree we got the slope 1. But if we go down the 45 degree, then the slope decreases below 1, and lie goes from 0 to 1. And from here to 90 degree, from 45 degree to 90 degree, the slope increases. Okay, but so actually when we derive our Bresenham's line algorithm, we in this Bresenham's line algorithm, we are working with our first quadrant. Let's see, we are working with our first quadrant. Okay, so let me explain you why I have written this x plus 1 and y plus 1. Actually, if you consider a grid of pixels, so if you consider a matrix in which the pixels are there, then if you want to make a straight line like this, then you have to choose what pixels do you want to take. And our Bresenham's line algorithm actually does that. Okay, and in actually if the our line is in the first octant, then actually the slope is less than 45 degree, and our x is always increasing, and but the y may or may not increase. So this shows the y may or may not increase. But in above the 45 degree in the second quadrant, if we see above, our x may or may not increase, but the y will always increase. So that is the thing, and so goes for hairs in third quadrant, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, in all the quadrants. That is the basic fundamental thing that we consider. So actually, in the x is negative direction here, so we have x minus 1 and y positive. And here we have actually going, if we go like this from here, from the origin, if we go like this, then this is x is minus 1 and y may or may not increase. Okay, you will understand, you if you go over it, you will understand that this is actually how it is happening. Now back to the Bresenham line algorithm. So here we have the Bresenham line algorithm. If we are about to make a line from the point 1 comma 1 to point 8 comma 5. If we want to interpolate that, what we are going to do, we take x and y and p, and this p is our initial, this is our initial p, the decision parameter. We call the p the decision parameter. So this is called decision parameter because this p decides if we are going to make the next move in the both let me show you again. If we are going to, if we want to make x positive and only y, or x positive and y plus 1, that this decision we have to make, and this decision is done by the decision parameter, which is here p. Okay, you can go through the derivation in some other video as well, or in some book. Okay, let's continue. So this is p, and now our x is 1, y is 1. Okay, so we know that our x is always increasing, so we don't have to worry about that. First of all, we calculate our slope. So we have calculated dx, that is 8 minus 1, and dy 5 minus 1, and we calculated dy by dx. Actually it is not written here. Hmm. Huh, it is written here. The slope is dy by dx, and it came out to be 0.8. Okay. Let's say let's leave this because I have not given this. Let's suppose we are going from point 18 comma 8 to 28 comma 16. If we see that this x difference is 10 and the y difference is 8, so x is bigger, so this is in first quadrant octant, sorry, first octant. Okay, now step 1, if p is if our decision okay, if the decision parameter is less than 0, then we increase only x and we do not increase y. And if the decision parameter is greater than equal to 0, which means it is positive, then we increase the both. Okay, and then we calculate each and every point. As you can see, the first is 18 comma 8. Then we go increase both the decision parameter. First is the initial parameter. We have to talk about the initial parameter first. So initial parameter is calculated by 2 dy minus dx in the first octant. And remember that this equation only works for the first octant. So it is 2 dy minus dx, which is came out to be 6, which is positive. If this is positive, then our which code is run? Actually, p is positive, so this code will run actually. Now if this code will run, it will be minus 4, 6 minus 4, which is equal to 2. uh, why it will be minus 4? Let me show you why it will be minus 4. Okay, so actually 2 dy minus 2 dx, actually this is for afterwards. If it is greater than 0, then this equation will run, and it will came out to be minus 4, and this came out to be plus 16. Okay, it will go minus 4 and plus 16. So here we go minus 4, 2, then again minus 4. Since it was the p is positive, then we are actually increasing both. We increase both here, 6 here, then again 2, it came out to be, then we increase both, it came out to be minus 2. Then we don't increase y, we only increase x. Okay, then it came out to be plus 14. Then we increase both. Okay, so this is how our code will run entirely. Now let's go back to our summary. uh, Now this is our Bresenham line algorithm. So this is our initial parameter 2x to dy minus dx. Actually, this if the slope is less, then the dy by dx actually is smaller than 1. So the small comes first and the big comes afterwards, and just remember it. And also remember that I have taken the mod of it. The mod in computer graphics, if you want to take the mod, we take absolute function. Okay, so this is our initial parameter, and this is for our positive if our p is positive, and this will run if our p is negative, because if this came out to be negative, because this code is going negative. Okay, if our p values came out to be negative, then it have to be positive so that our algorithm may work. Okay, this is basically the Bresenham's line algorithm, and that is how it works. Now another thing that you have to remember is that in first octant, fourth, fifth, and eighth, these four octant, you can see that y is always increasing or decreasing, but the x is changing. Okay, whatever will change came next. Okay, and this will be the small. Actually, if we calculate, if the slope is greater than 45 degree, then actually dy is greater than dx. If the dy is greater than dx, then we won't use this algorithm. We actually flip them both. As you can see, we swap x to y if the slope is greater than 1. Okay, yeah. So actually the code in the for this algorithm to work in all the octants, actually these algorithm doesn't work in all the octants. To For making this algorithm work in all the octants, what I have done is taken the mod of r, not this, come on, Bresenham algorithm. I would have taken the mod of all these terms, then Okay, so if our actually if we want to run our Bresson line algorithm in all the octants, so we have to remember that dy will come first in first, fourth, fifth, and eighth octant. Okay, and dx will come first here because dx will be bigger in second, third, sixth, and seventh octant. Okay, you have to remember that, or you can see why it is happening if you visualize enough, take enough time to visualize each and everything. And now this for this code to run in each and every octant, what I have done is made this code. So this is for our first octant. Let's this actually, let me tell you everything now. Let's suppose let if we start our code in the Bresenham line, include IOStream, Conure, graphics. These things are we always include. And this is the C++ file, so this is .cpp extension. Using namespace std is for this cout and cin. And what this does here, right in here, is that if we press execute or F9, it will ask the first point. If we actually have to enter the first point and our second point. Okay, so we are actually taking the input from us, the user. Okay, now what I have done is commented the first code. Actually, I have to talk about here it is the comment. The comment is not executed in the code, as you know already. And for multiple line comments, what I have done is front slash and hash asterisk. We call this asterisk, I suppose. So asterisk. Okay, asterisk. Okay, so this is the front slash and asterisk. If I delete that, then our commented code will be taken by us. Okay, for all the next octants, I have commented because we don't want to run that right now. And here is our grid 500 by 500. I've taken the grid of 500 by 500 and use that init window w comma h, which is the variable this and this for this. Okay, then I have taken the value. Then what I have done, actually this entire code I will be giving in the description, so that you may alter this by yourself and play with it, and so that you may learn. Okay, now this is our code which I have just explained to you, and this is for our first octant. So as you can see, it is extrude. I have taken the slope first. Okay, I've taken the slope first. Then I have this p is taking absolute of, this is for our initial p. This is our initial p, so the p starts from here. And we actually do while because in this our x is increasing, always increasing. So we can apply while here, because as we know that the while is always going to be an integer, increasing integer, and our pixel is 500 by 500. And so this is our initial or decision parameter, and this is our second and third decision parameter. The second decision parameter, if the decision parameter is less than 0, then this command will run. And if it is greater than or else it is greater than equal to or else, this will run. Okay, now let's try to execute it pressing F9 finally. Okay, enter the first point. Since we have to input two things first. Okay, so let's suppose initial coordinates is 0 comma 0 comma. If you don't have to apply comma here, enter, you can press enter and 0. Okay, this is 0 comma 0. And the second is, let's suppose in the first octant, so let's 200 by 100, or maybe this is 500 by 500. Yeah, 200 by 200. Actually, I have taken the origin at the center. I will show you why. 200 x 200 y 100. Okay, and here is our line, and it is working perfectly fine. And this matrix here, right here, is 500 by 500. pixels, 500 by 500 pixels. Okay, and as you can see, the origin is starting from the zero, from the middle of the actually origin is upward from here, but I have shifted that origin to be at the center of our code. Let's control percent. Okay, so we have to remove in if we want to make our code work in the first octant, we remove the comment like this, and that's it will work in our first octant. So I'm pressing F9. What the hell? Let's close this. F9. Yeah. So our first point is 0 comma 0. We have to press enter. Okay, and the second point is this is working in our first octant, so let's suppose 200 comma 100, and this is working in our first octant, perfectly fine. Now if I what I'm going to do is hashtag backslash and backslash asterisk, so that will comment it again, and let's go in our second octant. That was code working in our first octant, and in our second octant, as I told you, our in our second octant our x is flipped, our both is flipped. So d this in the previous, in the first octant, we have dy first and dx later, and in the second octant we have dx first and dy later. And let me remove this also. So this code will be working in the second octant, and in the second octant the slope is greater than 1, that is why our dx is coming first here. And also we are in the second octant, we are moving both sides side positive, and x is positive and the y is positive. So x positive and y positive. Okay, so let me run it now. What will be the point in the second octant? So it will be 100 comma 0 comma 0, that will be our origin, and 100 comma 200, that will be our second point. So this is completely working completely fine in our second octant. Yeah. Okay, now let me comment it back again. Front slash asterisk asterisk front slash. Okay, now it's ended. Let's go to the third octant. The third octant will be like our second octant as well, and in this we are moving negative y direction, negative x direction, and positive y direction. Yeah, so x is getting negative and the y is getting positive, and, just remember that. And our dx is getting first, and the entire code is almost similar. Okay, now let's run it. F9. So enter the first point 0 comma 0, and our second point will be x negative, so minus 100 comma 200, that will be working in our third octant. Yeah, so it's working perfectly fine in our third octant. If I try to run the first octant in this code, it will not run. I will show you how. Let me press F9. Let comma 0 comma 0, 100 comma 200, that is our, that will be of our second octant. So if we try to run our second octant in our third octant, what it will do, it will give us a straight line in the positive x y direction. Holy crap, it's working. Yeah, it is working because I have taken the mod. If I hadn't taken the mod, it won't work. So that is a great thing. Let's try it again. Now, third. Okay, now we are from moving in the fourth octant. Where is the fourth octant? Here is our fourth octant. Now fourth octant will work like our first octant. So dy is first and dx is later. And in our fourth octant, our x is getting negative and our y is getting positive. Fourth octant, remember. So y positive and x negative. So it will work fine. F9. So what will be our point? Our code will be minus 100 minus 200 actually, minus 200 comma 100. That will work in our fourth octet. That I've selected that. Let's do it again. 0 comma 0 minus 100 minus 200 comma 100, working perfectly fine in our fourth octet. Now in the fifth octet, and all the octets will be like this only, front slash asterisk and asterisk front slash. And in the fifth octet, it will work like in which will work like our first octet and our fourth octet, and our fifth octet is actually our working like that only. So and this dy is first, so dy first, and x we have negative, and y is also negative, so x negative and y negative. Let me show you. Pressing F9, and that will be minus in our fifth octet actually, minus 100 minus 200, yeah, comma minus 100, yeah, again at F9. Initial point is 0 comma 0 and minus 200 comma minus 100. That will work in our fifth octet. It is working perfectly fine in our fifth octet. Jumping to our eighth octet, which will work like our fourth octet and our first octet. Asterisk, yeah. Similarly, our eighth octet, in our eighth octet, we have to move positive x direction and negative y direction. And dy will be positive. Dy will come first. Dy first, x positive and y negative. In our sixth, here is our second octet. Let's go in our sixth octet. We are talking about the fifth octet. Now let's go sixth and seventh octet. In our sixth octet, it will work like our second octet, but so dx come first, and dy and dx both are negative. Dy dx both negative, and dx come first. And in our seventh octet, dx will be positive because seventh octet is here downward. Dx is positive and the y is negative. So in the seventh, the x is positive here and the y is negative here. Okay, and which comes first? It will work like our second octet, so dx come first. Yeah. So that is our entire code, and this is how it will run. And the final thing before I end this video that I want to talk about is that in the next video we will talk about M circle. It will work similarly like this, and we will talk about the M circle. Another thing, guys, I think I am missing one other thing. Yeah, I have also actually given this entire command, entire this command in the I will link it in the description, and it will actually be a mega cloud drive. So this is how it will look, and if you go to files, you will find the Bressenman line as well with other programs. Okay, on that note, I'm ending this video. We will meet next time.